Hey guys, we are live with the Dr. G Show. As you guys know, I'm Dr. Garrett, and this is Holly Hajaj. Oh, I said it right this time.
You did.
But you're not
But
Holly.
Holly's not here. Yeah.
Damn it, Holly.
Sorry, Holly.
I had it right. Usually it's Holly Hajaj. All right.
Yeah.
So, are you sure?
I'm Suzanne. Hi, everybody.
She's Suzanne with
Hi.
the second company.
The number 2 company.
The number 2 company.
Yes. And that company is just beginning. It's a company that helps people in small business, mostly women, and help them develop.
Women's businesses.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I just posted a video about, I think it was from NBC or something like that, but it was, hey you guys, a news thing where women were like, do women have more satisfying lives if they get educated? Did you see that?
I did not see that.
Oh my God, it's so messed up.
Oh.
So, hey Heather, how you doing? There's Becca. So the last couple times we talked about the blue zones, and hey, there's Newman.
Whoops, hold on.
That's like echo, right? All right. Hey, there's Newman.
Whoops, hold on. I got technical stuff going on here. Hold on. There we
Okay.
go.
Oh, Suzanne's on. You're on. All right.
Yep.
See?
Oh, yeah.
So
very
last couple weeks we've been talking about the blue zones, and so we talked about simplicity cures, complexity sells. We talked about those simple little things, and as you guys join on, I want to kind of hear did you guys implement any of those blue zone kind of activities, and if you did, what were they? You know, we always want to make kind of talks about practical changes that you can implement, simple things that really make big changes in your life. And years ago, when me and Holly were kind of putting together the idea of the show, I actually wanted to do a series of other things throughout the week, and one of them was What the Hell Wednesdays, right? And so I was trying to figure out what to do after the blue zones, and so I thought we should do what the actual hell, yeah? And with what the actual hell, it would be about kind of crazy ass things that we do in food, health, medicine, medical devices, and talk about that stuff, right? And you may notice that I might be a little bit, like a tiny bit sarcastic through this, which is how if you guys are any of you guys are patients, you'll know that I'm very sarcastic about much of this stuff that's just insane that we do as populations in America, where we're all suffering from a population that's sick, fat, dumb, and messed up. So things we do cause more problems. Mm-hmm. So yeah, we have our wise woman Suzanne here to help us through all the difficult parts of this.
Okay.
We have sarcastic man and wise woman.
Ooh.
Yeah?
Yeah, a thumbs up on that.
Smart ass man, wise woman. So these are crazy, crazy things. So I want to talk about some of the things in the past. Mm-hmm. So back in the day, one of the first 2 drugs ever synthesized was heroin and morphine, right? Party drugs. Mm-hmm. And Bayer, not like a furry bear, but Bayer Company, who just bought Monsanto, right?
Wow.
So they bought Monsanto, so the bad kind of Monsanto name wouldn't be there anymore. But Bayer is the one that made the chemicals for the genocide, the Holocaust. So not like they have a better name, right?
Wow.
But Bayer synthesized heroin, and up until the 1950s, it was used for the common cold. So I kind of like that idea. Have any of you guys ever taken heroin for that cold? Oh crap! I feel a little chest cold coming on now. Where's my heroin?
Oh yeah, right.
Oh,
I don't think there's any in here.
So,
I was.
in case we start getting a cold, I have this, and we can get started right away. Do you have any heroin on you?
No.
I got it.
No, sorry.
I gotta get rid of this cough.
But I bet I could get you some Bayer aspirin.
Damn it, that's not the same thing.
I can get you some Bayer
They make aspirin for bears? That's gotta be a big aspirin.
Oh, boy.
Is that legit?
That's legit.
Mm-hmm. So, hey, there's Alfredo sauce and Sabrina.
Yeah, hi everybody. Let me say hi to everybody real quick.
Are you gonna say hi? Are you gonna do the Holly stuff?
I'll do, yeah.
All right,
I
so
mean,
you gotta keep track of everybody.
We got Heather, hi Heather, Becca, Lisa, Fletcher, Charlene, Newman, hi Newman.
He's a new man.
Hello, Newman.
Hello, Newman.
That's a Seinfeld thing.
That's Seinfeld. That's 90s.
Yeah. Sabrina, Gina.
Gina's awesome.
Hi. What's up, Newton Doctor?
Newton Doctor.
Yeah.
And then someone got a better idea, right? We like to drink soda and we like to feel like energetic, so we need a drink that will give me a real pickup. So if we take cocaine, mix it with cola nut, we get
Coca-Cola.
That's right.
That's right.
What's their slogan? I like to give the world a Coke. What is the song?
Something Perfect Harmony.
Oh, I like to perfect harmony. So it's because of the cocaine. So they replaced.
Yeah, they don't have it in there anymore.
Apparently, we frown on cocaine drinks these days because we're a bunch of stick in the muds. So then we went to caffeine because we learned how to synthesize that, and then caffeine, and then we put cola nut instead of that. We use synthetic chemicals which are made from coal tar. So now we drink coal tar caffeine as Coca-Cola, right?
Yeah.
It has
I don't. I don't drink any of that stuff anymore.
Oh, high and mighty over here.
Well, I had
doesn't
a
drink her
craving.
coal tar.
I had a bad craving one time for a Dr. Pepper, and I basically went and got one, and I drank about half of it, and I was, hadn't drank any soda for a long time, and it took about half a day for my stomach to stop hurting.
Yeah.
So once you've done that whole cleanse part, it's you can feel very affected by chemicals and scents of chemicals and how long a cheeseburger stays in your stomach. We were just talking about that earlier.
I had one time I was lecturing out in Colorado at the postdoc program, and my little thing was, if I'm away, I can eat where the hell I want, right? So once a month I go on these lectures and I just eat a bunch of crap. And I ate, so Burger came out with this smokehouse burger.
Bacon.
And
bacon burger.
It had mashed potatoes on it and bacon and stuff, right? And onions, I think. And so I ate that thing, drove all the way to Colorado, so 8.5 hours later, and got to the hotel, and then I just started feeling horribly sick. And then I felt like I'm just going to die. I was all sweating profusely, and I had to go to the airport to pick up the other speaker, and I'm just like dying. I'm like, I don't know what the hell I'm going to do. And I go to pick him up, and I'm like, my blurry's off vision, my vision all blurry, and I was just like dying. And I finally just pulled over and threw up. I threw up that hamburger.
Oh, God.
And then I felt amazing. That burger stayed in my tummy for 9 hours. 9 hours.
Especially driving, no activity.
There's
no...
Ola.
Hi.
Ola should have really good stuff to post. Now, if you guys have stuff on here that when you say, oh my God, what the hell are we thinking? So those kind of products, post those so we can talk about those. And then we also used to do, so these are the old ones, then we'll talk about the current ones.
Right.
And hey, Rhonda. Oh, I beat you to it.
Oh, you did. You're familiar with their profile pictures.
Holly would have had that hello right off the bat. But so then they did bloodletting.
Yes.
So bloodletting's awesome, right? I actually have a sign in my office somewhere that it says modern medical techniques used in this office with FDA-approved leeches. Because leeches are actually FDA approved. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah.
No, but I've heard that there's in some countries they use leeches for stuff like that.
Yeah. So the devil gets in your blood, and then you got to do leeching, bloodletting, to get the devil out.
Yeah, I
Right?
think you're right.
And so it's just bad blood. So bloodletting's been used for centuries, and even President Washington, like this is how, it hasn't been that long ago, but President Washington, he had 40% of his blood drained out for a fever and a cold, cured it because he died,
Yeah.
but he's cured.
Yeah.
So solved that problem.
How much blood can we actually lose?
I feel like
without-
that's an experiment. I feel like you're challenging me. Like you don't think, oh, I'll do more than 40%. Washington was weak. He got 5 quarts of blood, I think.
Well, he was
46.
kind of a big guy too, wasn't he?
Oh, now
He
you're
wasn't a
talking
little
shit.
skinny guy.
Oh, you?
was he?
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
yeah. Like I would say, if you're like 6'10", and you know,
That's probably 6
whatever.
quarts of blood.
yeah, so you probably have more blood to.
Yeah,
But
you
it's
have
the
more.
percentage.
Yeah.
If we do 40%,
I don't know.
it doesn't matter how big.
Does
or small
anybody
you are.
know how much blood you can lose before you die? I don't think it's all that much. Because
I
when
don't
you get
think so.
shot and you lose so much blood, then you're just kind of done. But you,
Is anybody a nurse out there?
how about this? Who knows what fluid you can put from nature directly into the veins to replace blood loss? Yeah, it's a very popular drink too.
A drink?
A drink. Now this
Aloe vera juice.
no. So we're talking about bad ideas. This is actually a
No.
good idea. So World War II, they used to use this as jungle medicine to replace human blood if they lost too much blood, and then hook it directly up.
You got me.
Okay.
Am I gonna have to look it up?
No, I'm gonna make a note, and someone's gonna post it. Damn it!
Oh, coconut water.
Dr. Emily got it. She'd be knowing stuff. I feel like
That's
I feel like
awesome.
Emily knows because she uses it. Tree sap. Oh, I don't know about that.
What kind of tree sap? Like, I know because there's like honey. There's like a tree that produces this really good honey for.
Maple syrup tree.
You know what? A friend of mine just told me about it today. Some kind of honey that comes from a tree that
That doesn't sound.
helps with.
No, a bee.
And it's an antioxidant.
It's a bee.
Comes from a tree.
Honey from a tree? I think that's called maple syrup.
Let me look. Okay, hold
Where
on.
did-
You
was
talk.
it-
Talk amongst yourselves.
I think you've been drinking. Tree honey?
Manuka honey.
Oh, all right.
All right.
All right.
So that does come
That's
from a tree.
medicinal honey.
Medicinal.
That's medicinal.
Mhm.
And then drilling holes in your head to relieve headaches. That's really old school. That's been used for about 8,000 years. It's been documented. And so that's a great procedure. You know, your head hurts, just drill a hole in the skull, and I feel like that's underused these days.
What we were talking about earlier is I think sometimes back in those days, I mean, if somebody had like some kind of tumor or whatever, something, you know, to drain fluid, I think that would be appropriate.
The pressure.
The
yeah.
pressure.
Oh, they do that
Yeah.
for hydroseals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know, but that was a long time ago. I don't know how anybody would survive getting a hole drilling. What would they put in there to patch it up that long
I
ago?
guess they just pop a hole and stuff squirts
Some
out.
Manuka honey.
Just tree sap honey, coconut water.
Just
You're all
put the
good.
coconut water in there. And, yeah.
So that's pretty crazy. And then my favorite one,
From
and the
bees
last
who get it from
one,
trees.
the last one is
Hysteria.
hysteria,
Yeah.
which is a female-only disease. So they say.
In those days.
In
back
those
in
days.
1880.
Do men have hysteria?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Sometimes.
In Latin, hyster, like he stirs,
He stirs.
means uterus. So when you learn it, he stirs the uterus, right? So, hyster means uterus. Hysteria is pertaining to the uterus. Hysteria means pertaining to the uterus. So, women be crazy because they got that uterus. And as moms know, a uterus is a locating device. So that's why you always ask moms where everything is, because their uterus can find where the car keys are, where the briefcase is, where are those papers, where did I lose my homework. The uterus knows, right? But then the uterus gets all frantic and it causes hysteria. Is that real?
No.
Oh,
No,
damn it. I thought I was onto something.
However, like when, as a mother, when my son like falls down and hurts himself, I feel it right there.
In your uterus?
Yeah, I do. It's like this motherly connection or something.
Oh,
I'm not sure what it is, but it hurts like goodness sakes.
You're right. Men have a uterus. Did you guys know that? Men have uteruses. Or uteris. Octopus? Octopi? So what is the uterus in the man? So all men start as a woman in fetal development.
Right. Absolutely.
And then the Y chromosome make the girl parts and the boy parts. So the ovaries become testicles. The uterus becomes the... what?
You can say it.
Prostate.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why men have prostate problems, is because so much estrogen is trying to grow back into a uterus, because we're trying to convert men back to women with the estrogens and dairy and plastics and cologne and Axe body spray and all that kind of stuff, right? So, oh, she got that coconut one.
Yeah, she got that one right.
So that's why men have hysteria, because men also have a uterus. Oh, see? Yeah, Jody knows. Prostate, see? All right.
Well, there's a little bit more to that story.
Yeah. So tell it. What's the solution?
The solution.
What did men come up with to solve this women-only problem back then of hysteria?
Okay, so here's what Patrick wrote.
Don't blame it on me. I just looked at
here's
research.
What Patrick wrote.
There's actually a movie. There's a movie about this.
Called Hysteria?
No, there's a movie about the invention of this device. Does
okay.
it wait? Now this is not
it's a therapeutic device.
It's not G-rated. This is a PG-rated show where we are very real. Who knows? You think they'll know?
Ask.
No, you ask.
I know you.
All right. Who knows?
This is your show. You go for it.
Who knows what device was created in 1880 to cure hysteria in women? Now remember, men invented this.
Safari right now.
Men invented this device to cure women of the hysteria.
Anybody?
Oh my God, Gina, you're so inappropriate.
Oh,
yes.
Gina.
Does anybody know the...
Yes, and you know... Oh, sorry.
No, go
ahead.
Sorry, not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you have an opinion? Oh, you should be sorry that you have an
I'm sorry
opinion.
I interrupted you.
Oh.
So, but I'm not sorry for what I need to say.
Boom.
Ba-bang.
That's right.
We have in our Wise Women conference workshops. Sorry, not sorry is one of our things that we say a lot. We say sorry for things that we really don't need to be saying sorry for. So that's why. So I rephrased it and said, "Oh, I'm sorry. You know, we should say sorry if it's necessary. But sorry to interrupt you. Go ahead."
But you're not sorry for your opinion.
That's correct.
That's right. Good. Yes. So Gina be knowing all about this stuff.
Good job.
Apparently, if you bring a woman to orgasm, she can cure her hysteria because of the uterus problem.
So I'm going to rephrase that.
Does anybody know what milking the gland is?
So we all know. Oh Lordy. We all know.
That's male hysteria.
We all know the health benefits of orgasm, and then.
I'm sorry. What?
Shh.
Did you say organism?
Mm-hmm.
And
so this vibrator was created in 1880 to reduce the effects of, or to cure hysteria in women. But we all know that it's a therapeutic device.
Personal massager.
Well, it can be that too. It depends on what, style or whatever. But anyway, So that was a very interesting thing from 1880.
Yeah.
So we're really happy about that. But so, good news. It's a health benefit, and it cures
It should be
our
covered
moods.
It should be covered by insurance.
You should work on
I
that.
should work on that. I start a lobby.
Because it makes sense.
It's the ultra
not
pledge.
just for women, for men. It's a very healthy thing.
Now you can see the Medicare commercials Medicare now covers the Ultra Pleasure 3000 personal massager.
I wouldn't be surprised if that happened. It really probably should be.
So that's the old days. Now, what kind of crazy ass stuff do we do these days in healthcare, medicine, natural medicine? So two of my favorite ones. Now, when this came out, I swear to God that I thought it was a joke. I saw this post on Facebook as the FDA just approved this in 2016, 2 years ago, and I was just started laughing my ass off. I was like, that's the funniest article I've ever seen. And then it was real. It turned out to be...
You thought it was a comedy.
I thought it was. I thought it was from The Onion or something. It's real. So, Americans, if you didn't know this...
That's good.
There's more obese Americans than overweight Americans for the first time. So we did it. America!
Yay.
Right?
Number one.
No.
We're number one?
We've always been, almost always, number one for the fattest country in the world. But Mexican took it away from us. Mexicans are now the fattest. So that's why we got to build that wall.
That is, by
got to
the
keep
way,
the sugar on our side, because we're not going to be second fattest to any other country. That's not the American way. We will be the... Sorry.
So just to preface this is an actual statistic.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Or to... Yeah.
I'm just talking about my family reunion. So... How do you solve obesity without purposeful movement and eating real food? Well, we can't do those two crazy things. That's insane, right?
Do you have pictures of that one thing?
No, they gotta look it up.
Okay, go ahead.
So, we came up with a new idea in America to solve this obesity crisis. The solution is what's called Aspire Assist. Aspire, that sounds nice.
I'm aspiring to assist.
Yeah. And what they do is they put a tube from your stomach to the outside of your abdomen. So now your stomach's connected to your abdomen. And there's a little port there.
Hey, cat.
So let's say you eat a little too much, right? No problem. This is America. We're problem solvers.
Hello, Sabrina.
So you stick another device into that port, and then you just turn the little faucet drain, and you drain out your stomach into the toilet at the restaurant. America. That's
there you go.
I seriously thought this was a joke.
You seriously got a thumbs up on that. That's awesome.
What's up? Aspire Assist, dog. Right?
Yeah.
Eat whatever you want. This is America. Just go to the bathroom, put your little tube in your stomach, and drain that stuff off.
You know, when I first saw that picture on your promotion ad, I thought it was like...
Yeah, it's on the ad.
Yeah, it's on the ad. And I gave it away, didn't I?
No.
Well, I first saw it, and I thought, well, that's like the first, like the original version of a
bladder assist?
A bladder, the bladder assist bag or whatever. But it was like this round, tubular thing that kind of, you had like, I don't know how you did it, like strap something around your waist that hold this big tube thing, and it's got a little wash pump on it, and it just goes into your stomach, and everything in there comes out into the toilet, and then there's a little wash tank that washes out the tube, and then it's like, why eat?
And if you drank like a lot of champagne, you could take that tube and break it off over it like that. That's what I would do. I'd be like, lose a weight, folks! Like that.
It's
America! So,
Oh,
so no.
That's funny.
Heather has a good point. That is bulimia.
Yes, we did talk about that too.
Medically assisted
bulimia. Yeah.
That is how we solve the obesity crisis in America.
Is that for a real thing?
It's real.
That's real.
It's
real. A real.
I'm getting one. I ordered online.
When did? Oh.
I'm probably sure I can just do that at home.
That has been approved from 2016.
Yeah, 2 years. Man, everybody's got to get one of those.
How?
Right?
Somebody look it up, see how much it costs. I'm just curious about the details about it.
If you could open it up,
doesn't sound right.
And then just overeat, like go like Golden Corral buffet and just like pound stuff down and see how much you have to eat before the pressure gets so much it just sprays open. be awesome. It would be like the meaning of life.
You know,
Did you ever see that
if
movie?
it worked that fast, you know, it could produce. Anyway, we just need to move on.
Overeat
From this topic.
and then drink like a 2-liter soda and then take some I don't know what they
Hi,
called.
Kristen.
Those things you drop in the soda like that.
Oh, the candy?
Yeah. What's that called? That would be amazing. It would spray out that tube. That'd be awesome.
That would probably then create a vacuum that you could eat faster and it could come
It's even better.
produce it.
I like this.
That's just that
Mentos.
There
Yeah,
there
Heather
it
knows.
is. Okay, good
We're
job.
on the
Heather.
same wavelength here.
And
So
Tiffany's on.
drink
Hi,
a bunch of
Tiffany.
soda, eat a ton of stuff at the
Kim,
Golden
hi.
Corral, eat some Mentos, spray that stuff out the front.
That is messed up. If somebody will do some research for us, find out more. Hi.
Oh.
That's my sister-in-law, Kim.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, Mentos. Oh goodness
All right.
sakes.
So we have that idea, which obviously, since there's no way outside of eating right and moving more to cure it, well, that's what we're going to do, right? So
or
the
functional
question,
medicine, or you know, anything that's like holistic.
Yeah,
Like
or
like real stuff.
moving to any other
organic.
country in the world besides America, except for
I
Mexico.
think other countries have problems too, in their own ways.
Someone's a player hater over here. So.
Hey, I like America.
Well, you can like America,
I like being
and America
free.
still be super fat
I like
or
feeling
unhealthy.
free when I'm in America.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, every other country's free too, right? It's
Yeah.
not Russia. Although my friend was talking about going to Russia, I was like, I'm going to Russia. So then we got an even better idea.
I don't know.
Even better idea. We take too many antibiotics as Americans. Kills
This one,
off
I'm just gonna be quiet on this
750 bacteria species that we need. Coats us inside and out. We take these wide spectrum antibiotics, kill it all off, right? Sterilize our environment because we believe germ theory. Germs are bad, so we got to kill them all off. So then we get sick and we get overgrowth of good overgrowth of like Clostridium difficile, which is actually a good bacteria, makes B vitamins. Overgrowth of yeast and stuff like that. So Clostridium difficile can kill people. So we don't want to stop taking a bunch of excess antibiotics for viral things because 60% of all antibiotics are prescribed for viruses, which doesn't help. But it kills off all your all your good bacteria.
Of course.
So how can we solve this Clostridium difficile problem? Would you do me a favor?
You want me to read that?
No, would you poop in a bag and then I can squeeze the poop. If you poke a little hole in the bag, you squeeze
and then
into a
just
capsule.
Like an enema.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
we just figured it out.
And then you put the capsule and I swallow the capsules and then dissolve and then the poop. Or
like Hitler did it.
Hitler did that. Hitler's doctor. Hitler was not feeling very well, so they had 3 of the most fittest German soldiers all poop, mixed it together, right? Can't take probiotics, that's crazy talk, right? Mixed all these 3 poop, got all the corn all in there, right? Right? And then they took the poop, liquefied it even more, put it in capsules and fed it to Hitler, and then he felt better. So, I feel like that's not good. So then, Americans are so messed up that we sterilize everything, we kill all our good bacteria. So then, we have to share poop. So, we do a fecal transplant is the best thing in the world now. So you can take a tube in your butt and stick it, tube from their butt, then put it in your mouth
Easy,
and put
we're
it all the way
losing
down. And then it goes, because you don't want to be gross about it, you gotta get it all the way to your small intestine.
Yeah.
Then their poop goes into you, and then their good bacteria inoculates you, and then you pull that tube out. Gross, right? Yeah. So
stay with us, all right? We
this
have
is
more
great.
to talk about.
This is a great procedure.
Stay with us.
This is America's Solutions. All right, so fecal transplant, because there's no other way.
This is a real thing.
This is
y'all.
real.
This is real.
Have any of you guys done a fecal transplant? And I'm not talking about, like Blood Brothers. You know how you take poop and put it in your hand? Like, you did that as a kid, right?
Mm-mm.
No, I'm just kidding. It's Blood Brothers, not Poop Brothers. So.
Okay, so on to the next thing.
You want to skip?
You're just going to go on and on about that. We only have 30 more
This
minutes.
is poop talk.
I know you love
We did
that.
a whole episode on poop before.
I know.
All right. What's the next thing?
I'm not skittish or anything, but,
You know what really frustrates me about America?
Antibiotics?
No.
What frustrates you?
Is companies don't get to make enough profit from using real ingredients. And I don't know how we could solve that.
Yeah.
Except, real colors and real flavors are expensive. So what could we use instead?
Coal tar.
Coal tar.
Artificial colors, flavors.
So the waste
Neurotoxins.
product from petroleum manufacturers,
Yeah.
we can make into artificial colors and artificial flavors and flavor our food and drinks.
Mm-hmm.
But in 2010, now I know this sounds like a great idea, right? Like right off the bat, using the thing that they used in Japan to cause cancer in a laboratory for the first time seems like a great way to make artificial colors for more profit and artificial flavors for more profit. But in the journal, in a journal in 2010, they actually could feed these artificial colors made from coal tar and flavors to a pregnant animal, and the children of the animal would come out with ADD, ADHD, minimal brain dysfunction, and even retardation. And that's because, like, yellow food coloring decreases brain neurite growth by 3,000%. Blue was by 5,000%. And then even things like flavor enhancers like MSG was like 8,000%. So we can literally shrink the brains of adults and children just by taking coal tar and making it into colors and flavors for greater profitability. And I actually have a textbook from 1910 that says we shouldn't be doing this. That was 1910.
Wow.
But what they don't understand, now people frown on this, right? I mean, sure, it makes the population dumber, and we used to be the #1 smartest country in the world, and then after we started adding these in bulk into foods and kids' cereal and stuff, well, now we're the 19th smartest country in the world. But what people don't understand is those companies make more profit. And my stock goes up a tiny fraction, and that poor company owner makes a lot more money.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, people don't understand that. We have to figure out ways to make these owners more money. They can't just live like the rest of the world and use real ingredients. It's America. Told you I was going to be sarcastic.
You did, and I'm letting you. It's great. Just go. Just go with it.
I'm serious about it.
But you know, the thing about what we were talking about earlier is that when you come to Dr. G and he helps you figure out what kind of food is good for you, lifestyle, the whole 9 yards. Once you get cleansed of all of those toxins and all of those things that are creating bad everything in your body, without going into detail, you will feel like you're going to the grocery store. Your normal grocery bill for a family of 5 for whatever is $150. If you go on a diet that is natural food, organic, you feel like you're, and you said this earlier, you feel like you're spending more money on food. Like a little pack of hamburgers, maybe $3 more. However, once you go on this cleanse and you do all of these natural foods and so on, your stomach doesn't get near as full, because then now your stomach is coming back to its normal size, and all these processed foods aren't hanging out in there, keeping it, extra big, for lack of better terms.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, your meals are smaller. You're able to spend that same $150 at the natural grocers, and maybe you're not getting as much bulk as you normally would feel like you're getting, but you're fine because your meals are smaller, you're more satisfied, you're healthier, happier, stronger, and more secure.
Yep. Yeah, and you spend all this less money on doctor visits, and you spend less money on supplements because you get it through your food and stuff, and
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's funny because it's actually financially better to buy real stuff. And this is the way it works. When people are like, oh, I want to eat real food, but it's more expensive. No, that's the real price. So the way it works is like, you know what? I can give you these things that's real food for $3. Or I can charge you $1.50, make them all out of petroleum, and make you all sick.
And so then you're actually ended up spending more money in the long run.
Yep.
So it's kind of like a nice balance. We have to, as a society, we have to understand to bring it down to that bottom line.
Yeah.
You want to be sick for the rest of your life, die early, or do you want to spend time cleansing your body and your whole system and eating healthier foods?
And it's funny because there's that movie, I think it was which one was it?
Read some stuff here.
But it was maybe it wasn't supersizing. Crap, I can't remember.
Oh yeah, like that was when they were supersizing everything.
Yeah.
It was like a documentary.
No, but there's another one where this family of 4, so they had to eat fast food because they eat off the dollar menu, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's because he pays $1,200 a month for all his medications.
Yes.
And so it's just like,
makes sense.
You could eat healthy, get off all those medications, and still end up with $1,000 or say, $800-900 a month extra, and then go on vacation.
Yeah. And then we're spending
Like,
more money on insurance
crazy.
too, because once you have these problems, once a person has these problems, all of a sudden, your insurance you're really using this insurance. We're gonna have to up your insurance costs. So it's a no-win situation. I just want to talk about a couple things retro to our conversation we were having earlier about the fecal transplant. We had a couple of comments here, so I'm gonna read the comments. Heather says, Dr. G, I stopped cleaning my house like you suggested, and my kids haven't had the flu in years.
Nice.
Very nice. Then we have
dirtier house, and someone who doesn't sterilize their environment has less autoimmune and statistically less illness than people that do.
Mm-hmm. And I think also the type of contaminants that we use, like when we're cleaning and stuff.
Horribly toxic.
Yeah, it's toxic.
Yep.
Apple cider vinegar and baking soda, or cider vinegar.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. But I use that just to clean windows and everything. And then Leslie, hi Leslie, says, I was a donor and it totally changed the trajectory of his life and healed his gut.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no,
That's
fecal transplants
wonderful.
work.
Thank you for sharing.
But it's because, why do we have to do them? And could we do probiotics? And could we do other things? And could we stop sterilizing the environment? But we get to the point where it's just like, let's poop in a bag and give it to somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Which, did Leslie donate? She's a donor?
She did. Mm-hmm.
Leslie, can you send me some of your poop?
I mean, that's profound stuff right there.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And then, as far as the food stuff goes, I mean, my grocery bill went from $75 when it was just me and Alex to like $50. I literally had a budget of $50 a week.
Yeah.
And I bought all the natural food and anything I needed in that $50 for us. Because we just ate less stuff.
Right.
And didn't need fillers and all of that.
Yeah, me and my girls, like I have my 4 daughters, and they, I mean, I get all the organic stuff in for the most part, and we just get like tons of fruits and vegetables, and it's still more than we eat.
Right.
And it's just like, okay, it's like, I spent $89, but it ends up probably being about $60 a month for all 5 of us, to eat.
I'm satisfied.
And we're all
satisfied.
full, everybody's happy, and the kids are just eating tons of fruits and vegetables, which I'm stoked about.
I mean, that in itself can make you a happier person. I'm not kidding.
Yes.
Yeah. Happier.
Yeah,
Healthier,
and
happier,
as a parent
stronger,
too, because I'm just like, I know they eat crap other places, but at least like at home, if there's just fruits and vegetables, they just eat fruits and vegetables.
Okay, so Leslie, Thank you for sharing your
She
story.
sent me that bag of poop already?
No, but she said she would be happy to.
Oh.
Leslie says, my baby was critically sick, hospitalized, and they wanted to remove his colon. And so...
Is that why you did the poop transplant?
So is that was probably a case of his what was probably happening. Is
Clostridium difficile or something like that?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's...
There we go.
That is insane.
That's awesome. Good for you and the baby.
So then...
Leslie, I have a question for you on that, though. Where did you go to do that? Did that work out while he was in the hospital? Yes, he was diagnosed with IB.
Irritable bowel disease, yeah.
Yeah, okay. And...
Yeah, that's one of the things, too.
Okay.
Is like for IBS and IBD and Crohn's and some of those, they do fecal transplants.
Oh, that's awesome. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I thought you were just being silly.
No, I'm serious.
Well, we know now. And that's very important to know. Thank you,
All
Leslie.
we use is antibiotics all the damn time.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So then, we could use, say, citric acid, malic acid to preserve stuff. But what if we could make more money, like 1,200% more money, by using the flammable part of gasoline to preserve our food and drinks? So Dr. Pepper, you'll see on there, it says benzoate, right? On supplements, like horrible, like, oh my God, some supplements will have that in there. And then, of course, like lime juice and the little plastic things, it'll say sodium benzoate or potassium benzoate or benzoic acid. That benz is benzene, which is the flammable part of gasoline, because there's only one good Benz,
and that's Mercedes.
Mercedes-Benz.
Yeah, which I don't have one of. Okay, so I want to say, Leslie, thanks for sharing so much of this, but she said no, we went to Portland. And they are very, Portland's like,
you can smoke weed there.
It wasn't so busy there, I probably want to move there.
No, you can smoke weed in Seattle. I don't know if you can in Portland.
Oh, no, I wasn't talking about that.
Oh, you weren't?
Uh-uh. No, but apparently their climate there is like where you can get natural food all year long.
Yeah, it's healthy up there.
Yeah, I talked to Lincoln at Beautiful Day Cafe, and he had just visited there with some friends. And was talking about it, and I really didn't know.
Is Lincoln the owner, the guy?
Yeah, he's partner.
Okay, Charlotte,
Charlotte.
Beautiful Day
Lincoln.
Cafe is friggin' awesome, you guys. You gotta go there.
And they a lot of the food, well, I think most of the food that they make there is from organic, and then they have garden there.
Yeah, their garden to table, like front of the place, garden to table. It's
and we go there like almost every other Saturday.
So we got a problem with too many people eating too much sugar in America. And so, we obviously, if we get too big, we can just put the little port and just squeeze out and spray all your stomach contents.
Gosh.
Or we got even better ideas. So the average American consumes 150 pounds of added sugar in 50 different names. So everybody knows sugar, but there's maltodextrin, which is sugar plus sugar plus sugar, and then they have dextrose and dextrin and glucose. And so, like, if you look at a bag of Cheetos, that's one of my favorite examples, is there's 7 different names for sugar in there, but it only says sugar once. So
they'll trick you.
We get all this excess sugar, so then people start to gain weight, and then in 1980, Americans went from 1880, no sugar added. Again, not fruit. Fruit does not make you fat. Fruit is low glycemic. It is added sugar. So before 1880, we really didn't have any sugar. Then by 1910, Americans were consuming 10 pounds of added sugar a year. So about 0.8 pounds a month. It's just a lot. That's like this much, right? Then by 1950s, we're up to about like 130, 140 pounds, and we created type 2 diabetes from scratch. America, we did it, right? Now we have type 3. Brain diabetes. So in 2010, I'm hoping if American can do it, we can get 4. I know we can do it in America. Type 4. Come on, baby. We got it in America. We need a type 4, which I think would be the skinny adult diabetes. Like, you can get diabetes faster than you can gain weight.
Yeah, I mean, I had pregnancy. With my pregnancy, I was diabetic. Gestational, yeah.
Bragging. I'm American. So... we have a great idea.
Okay.
So instead of everybody gaining weight from sugar, and we can't figure out how to make people skinny without moving more and eating healthier, which we're not going to do. That's crazy talk. So, what is a better idea?
Let's pretend sugar.
Yeah.
Let's just pretend sugar. Let's make it look like it's sugar, but it's not.
Yeah, we'll make fake sugars, right?
You want to? Yeah.
We'll take petroleum and make formaldehyde, and I know that's for preserving frogs, but it's also very sweet. So what if we take formaldehyde and make it a sugar substitute, and we'll create diet soda in 1980, and we have Diet Coke. And then 4 years later, apparently drinking formaldehyde has consequences. And so we created 2 brand new diseases, fibromyalgia and chronic fatigue syndrome, which didn't exist from 1880 to 1980. But we did in America. We created 2 brand new epidemics. And then all other autoimmune skyrocketed with it.
Absolutely.
So then everybody and their mother has autoimmune diseases. And we're not going to stop doing that. Nobody gives a crap, right? Because now it's in 6,000 products. It went from 1 product to 6,000 products. And so all that's sugar-free, all the diet, all the gum, for the most part, unless you buy at the health food store, is neotame, aspartame, acetyltame. Any of the Ames mean formaldehyde, and they literally convert back to formaldehyde at 87 degrees, which is warmer than you are. No, you're warmer than that is. But in the hot-ass truck to get to the store to put in the fridge, it already became formaldehyde. But don't worry, it still tastes sweet. So, what's even worse...
well, you know...
People get fatter if they drink formaldehyde as a fake sugar than if they just ate some damn sugar or drank sugar, right?
And yes.
Yeah.
That's a very good point. Back to the organic cane sugar or whatever. You got a little thing of cane sugar over there. Has everybody?
This is cocaine.
Cocaine.
Oh, here's cane sugar. That's cane.
So yeah, cane sugar, cane.
You know, they had this in the store, and I bought it.
Did you taste it?
No.
I mean,
so I
has anybody ever tasted like real cane sugar? Oh, thanks, Leslie. Thank you for enjoying the video. Thank you. Open it. Can you open it or just no?
You gonna lick it?
No.
You gotta lick one in, I'll lick
no,
the other.
I'm not gonna lick it.
If I open this, you gotta lick one in.
I was just gonna get a little piece and then
all right.
no, change it. Has anybody? And he's got strong teeth, by the way. Has anybody tasted cane sugar actually like this?
Smells good.
I meant boxed, not bagged. Uh-oh, I missed something.
Boxed?
I'm behind. Kim says, I went on a 28-day challenge. No sugar.
Why is there a triangle there?
No boxed food, processed foods. Lost 27 pounds. Off all meds and feel so much better. Good job.
Hell yeah.
Kim. That's unbelievable.
It's super easy for people to get off their meds if they stop.
Yeah,
if they change their lifestyle.
Lifestyle changes.
So why is there a triangle here? Illuminati. All right, you eat.
It's kind of a spiritual.
You want to
thing,
do it like Lady and the Tramp?
That's hard. Where do you get the sugar from?
I got it from Dylan's.
No, I mean, where?
Oh, so half the sugar cane sold in the United.
Or
no, you got to chew on it.
like the cane part.
Go.
Why is there a diamond shaped thing in there?
Chew.
Hi, Christina.
Because of Illuminati. Chew.
I don't understand what's Illuminati.
Chew. Yay! Did you get it? How hard is that?
How long have you had this?
Years. Dang.
I'm sorry.
Did you get any?
No, that's too hard.
Ooh, the juice came out.
I got some, yeah.
That's not very sweet.
And really, once I stopped eating so much sugar, a long time ago, I get sick when I eat sugar. I can't eat sugar anymore.
I can breathe all the way through this.
Oh yeah, if you look at the cane, cane sugar has fibers, and so they're like he's saying, he can breathe through it. Any flavor? We'll have
It's
to
very
get some
mild.
more cane. Well, let's get some more cane
Sugar
later.
cane, buy it like this, is only 5 calories per gram or something. I don't know. I think that hurt my tooth.
Ooh. Yeah, easy.
So,
well, Jody, hi Jody. She says I ate sugar cane from a field in Hawaii.
Hawaii.
Oh,
Yeah.
I bet it was good.
Mm-hmm. That's freebase
It was
sugar.
green and soft. Easy
think
to
that's-
chew, probably fresh.
I think
Was
that
it-
was bamboo. She's eating bamboo.
No.
Bamboo.
No, I actually in Florida, they harvest this
Right.
stuff down in
Half
Florida and
the
they burn
sugar-
the fields afterwards and it smells so good.
Really?
Oh,
burnt
yeah.
sugar? Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So-
But the flakes are falling on your head all.
Half the sugar in the U.S. comes from Florida as sugar cane. The other half is
C&H.
from genetically modified beet sugars from
Pure
South Dakota.
cane sugar.
What?
C&H, that sugar is in Florida.
That's the name of
I
it?
think so. They have all kinds of harvesting that goes on
You
down
be
there.
knowing all kinds of stuff,
Yeah.
wise woman. All right. I'm going to try smoking this. I'm going to light it up.
Not in here.
I think it'd be good. I'm
Well,
gonna try
yeah, outside. It smells so good when it's burning. It's like a oven full of sugar. It smells really good. Okay, moving on.
So the other
'Cause
problem
we only
is...
have like 10 minutes. We're not even we're almost like halfway through our
I
list.
know. We spend a lot of time on poop. So the other problem then with
It's very
other,
important.
not problem, solution. We're Americans. We're problem solvers, right?
Cavities.
Yeah, we eat so much sugar,
Yeah.
we get cavities.
And
So the way this works is you have good bacteria like Strep viridans that lives in your mouth, and it helps digest food. Like we make enzymes digest, but the bacteria actually starts digesting food and keeps your mouth nice and healthy, prevents yeast from getting thrush and that kind of stuff. So it metabolizes naturally occurring sugars in things like fruits and vegetables, and then it creates acid, and then that protects the mouth with the pH. Should be slightly acidic, and then only good bacteria can live in there. But if we consume 150 pounds of added sugar to our diet, we overproduce acid, erodes the teeth, and then we end up with cavities, and we don't like cavities.
and all the processed foods too.
So,
All the benzoids and benzenes and Bs and MSGs and
so
all of that.
if we don't want to stop eating all this sugar, and the bacteria keeps metabolizing it, what if we use neurotoxic fluoride to kill the bacteria in your
I'm
mouth,
just saying.
so you can eat all the sugar you want and get hopefully less cavities, but you still get just as many cavities.
Right, and really all it has to do is be approved by the FDA.
It's approved. It's
Yeah,
good.
and so when you go and pick out your toothpaste, it's like, oh, fluoride. Yeah. What is
So-
it for? Do they even explain what it's for on the toothpaste box? Does anybody know?
Oh, I think they say it's to help build teeth, but it doesn't. So
The-
fluoride is more neurotoxic than lead poisoning. Did you know that?
No, that's
Yeah.
a very big statistic.
So, sure, it makes us dumber and fatter, but I can eat my candy and get cavities, but maybe fewer cavities.
yeah.
So
yeah.
that's a pretty good deal, America. America, right?
I just have to say, and you know, when I started doing my research like 20 years ago, 25 years ago, I literally quit like milk. I think we did a show together and I kind of talked about that whole process, that
Yeah.
evolution process of my life change. When I stopped using fluoride in toothpaste, like, I don't know, 10 or 15 years ago. I know it's a broad range, but, and I haven't been to the dentist literally in like 8 years. 8 years. I went to the dentist. I had no cavities. 8 years.
We're white people. We gotta redo it. There we go.
Yeah, so 8 years I didn't go to the dentist, and I did have an issue with one tooth, but it was like because of my bone density was bad and it was causing an infection. But anyway, my son, same thing. He loves Tom's toothpaste. No
Yeah,
fluoride.
no fluoride.
Fluoride free. Yeah.
hmm When I go to the
So,
dentist,
good stuff.
they look at my teeth and like, "Are you British?"
Are you British? Are you British? I will say though, while we're on the toothpaste thing and the cavity thing,
hmm
I had 4, and this is our next topic, but I had 4 mercury fillings removed.
Yeah.
And if you research that, there's there's a big process of removing them. Normally they'll put like a gas mask on you, and they'll like filter out all the toxins that come from the mercury fillings, because you can be recontaminated by either getting them installed or removed, and the people who are doing it, whether it's a dentist or whoever. So yeah, it's different.
Jody has a good question, right?
Yeah.
So why did people have bad teeth back then? When's back then?
Like in the 1800s, 1900s.
Well, most of it's malnutrition.
Probably
so. Back then it's malnutrition. One of the things that they look at, like even the cavemen had really good teeth, right? There's this other population that lives on this island that's outside of India, and it's never had any foreign people on the island, and like they would throw spears and kill anyone that came on the island, right? And then I think it was last year or something, someone was allowed to photograph on the island, and all those natives had perfect, beautiful teeth, just white and beautiful, and all they do is just, I don't know, eat stuff on the island. Like, it was great, and their skin, beautiful, right? So.
Well, we should go live on an island.
Hells yeah.
Yeah, to the 10th degree.
So, then, if we eat all this sugar and we do the neurotoxic fluoride that messes with your thyroid, so fluoride actually can bind to the same receptors as iodine on tyrosine and then mess up your thyroid. And if you mess up your thyroid with chlorine, fluorine, and bromine, you end up fat, dumb, and sick. And then should I make one joke?
Go ahead.
If you get too fat and too dumb, you just move down to the deep south where you're smart and skinny. She laughed. I didn't think that was funny at all, y'all. And I'm from Texas. I
grew up in Oklahoma, so I'm.
Yeah.
You start talking Texas, and I'm on it.
Yeah. So as Southerners, we can talk that way. So we can talk about that.
Oh yeah, and when I get up north and the Northeast too.
And if you guys are from the South, we're not talking about you guys. It's those other people. It's y'all people.
It's y'all. It's not.
The ones that say y'all. All right.
I love it. I love it.
But I don't want to brag, but I was educated in Texas, and we were only 45th in the nation. So take that, Mississippi.
Well, there you go.
Got to be smarter than someone. All right, so then if we get all these cavities still after we get our neurotoxic thyroid messing up fluoride, then no problem, America. We'll just take some neurotoxic mercury and we'll just put that in your teeth, 50% amalgam filling, and it's all, don't worry, it's safe, it's fine, unless it falls on the floor, and then we have to have a special procedure to put up. We can just we can't throw it in the drain because it's too toxic for fish. We don't want to hurt the fish with the stuff we put in your mouth because it's too toxic for fish. But for you and your kids, it's fine. Don't even worry about it, America. It's okay, America. Right? We know it's going to harm animals. So, behind the dentist's office, you'll see a safe. And the safe is where they put the neurotoxic chemicals, so that way they can take it to a neurotoxic dump, like a hazmat certified place, and we have a special hazmat certified person to take it and dump that in a special place, because we don't want to hurt the environment with the stuff we're putting in your mouth. And when I got mine removed, my dentist was like, "Why do you want that removed?" And I was just like, "Because it's neurotoxic and it causes Alzheimer's." And she's like, "It's only a little neurotoxic." And I'm like, "Well, I have a long time to live, so I'm going to go with the no neurotoxic."
Right. The least amount.
And one thing you guys should watch is if you Google University of Calgary School of Medicine amalgam fillings, they have a video you can watch, and it's the first live cell test where they took live nerve cells, and you can watch these nerves grow. You seen this? Oh, it's badass.
No.
So you can watch nerve growth, and then the nerves are growing little dendrites, which are creating memories and all kinds of stuff, right?
Telomeres?
So that's
Is it telomeres?
No, that's DNA.
Okay, that's right.
So then that's the caps of the DNA. So then the nerve's growing, and then they put in the amount of mercury you would absorb from a dental filling, not here, but over here. And as soon as they put it on there, that nerve just is grow, and it goes and dies. And what it leaves behind is neurofibrillary tangles and amyloid plaquing, which is the definition of Alzheimer's. We can literally create Alzheimer's with living nerves with the amount of mercury you get from your amalgam filling.
Wow.
So then, like on NPR Science Friday, or no, it was Diane Ream's show. Mm-hmm. She had a guest, and she was just like, "Well, why are we having this epidemic of all these Alzheimer's patients? Because we eat an ass load of sugar, because our life sucks. So we're not going to change. We're not going to do yoga and stuff. That's crazy talk, you know. So we're just going to try to eat our way back to happiness. Mm-hmm. Sugar's more addicting than crack cocaine, which is why I switched back to crack. And then we get all these cavities. So then we put a bunch of mercury in there. We call it silver because nobody would buy mercury to put in their teeth. Yeah. So then we use silver, silver-colored mercury, amalgam fillings, and then we end up leaching that across the blood-brain barrier. We cause neurofibrillary tangles, amyloid plaquing, and then we have this epidemic Alzheimer's, and then we go, it must be genetic. Within one generation. That's not how genetics works.
Right.
So, anywho, that's some crazy ass shit that we do.
Now, I know he used really big words right there.
Crazy ass shit? Uh-huh.
You know those technical terms?
That is...
Those are...
Hister crazy.
Yeah. I mean, the bottom line is that, you know, we have this knowledge now, and a lot of times what happens when these companies produce all of this stuff, and we find out, and it's good, and we find out they changed the name of it.
Yes.
That just drives me to somewhere.
That's some Bolshevik right there.
Yeah.
Because they're trying to change aspartame to sweet aminos, so it sounds good, right? You know, confuse people.
Okay.
And they're wanting to put, I think it got approved, to put aspartame in milk and not label it.
There you go. I mean, seriously.
Yeah.
You almost have to, oh look, I'm watching. What happened? Did I drop off and get back on? You almost have to like keep up with the FDA when they're changing these names, because when monosodium glutamate first started getting, I mean, it was in everything. It's flavor enhancer. Like all your chips had it. I didn't eat chips because I'd break out in a rash. But it's like they changed the name.
Right. Yeah, and
you think they're taking it out, but you got to be very careful and read your ingredients.
Even at the health food store.
Look it up online.
Tortilla yeast
Even
is
at
MSG.
the health food store.
And it was blowing me up and getting me brain foggy, and I was eating super healthy.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, God dang, health food store poisoning me? This is bullcrap.
He's just joking.
No, I'm not. You need to stop selling MSG in your god dang products.
Well, see, maybe they don't know.
Store.
Maybe they have no idea Torula yeast is actually MSG, which is monosodium glutamate.
That's
I am
it.
so, I went to a Chinese restaurant in Florida one time, and this is how I found out I was really allergic to it. And I was like, I was sitting there breaking out in hives and starting to sweat, and man, I was getting mad, irritable. Ugh. And I was like, what's this food got in it? I was like, take it back. I can't eat that. I'm breaking out. Oh. And somehow somebody talked about, what's in the food, the spices or whatever. And then so they said, oh, yeah, MSG or whatever. And I was like, what is that? And that's when I realized I couldn't eat that food. And I said, what? And I went there regularly because other people wanted to eat Chinese food. And so the next time I went back, which was a year later or something, it was a small town. There weren't a lot of options to eat food, food on the go. And so I asked them the next time I went back, I was like, no MSG in my food. And they kind of looked at me and they were like, oh, everything has MSG.
Yeah.
You can try the white sauce. It has less MSG.
Well, that's racist.
Right? Yeah, the clear sauce, the Chinese food clear sauce.
The white sauce?
It's clear.
Okay, clear sauce.
Let me clear this up. I got it clear. So anyway, long story short, everything, and then they have MSG powder too that you can add to stuff.
You know why they put MSG in Chinese food?
Makes it taste better.
Because
Flavor enhancer.
our country forced them to build the railroad, and then we blew them up in caves and killed them.
I don't know about that.
So now they put MSG in there.
In Korea, they actually sell bags
'Cause
of
we do.
MSG. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Well,
Yeah, I mean, and, you know, maybe not everybody's allergic to it, but it's synthetic.
No, it's horrible.
Yeah,
it's horrible for people. All right, so we didn't finish all these, so we're gonna have part 2
Ooh,
of
it's 8:05.
what the actual. I know.
Y'all hanging in
Time
there
like
with us.
flies with this stuff, you know.
Let's just pretend that we turned off the thing.
We're gonna talk about what the more actual hell next time, and I want you guys to post other things that are just crazy ass things that Americans do. Things that like FDA approved nonsense, like FDA approved bulimia assistance,
Yeah.
and fecal transplants, and all kinds of weird, interesting things that we're doing as Americans, so that we can keep eating crap and doing horrible things to ourselves. Yes.
Well, like this one right here. Just touch on that real quick.
What?
Our city water.
Yeah, our city waters recycle poo water, so they get the corn out, but then you got the poo bacteria, and nobody wants to drink poo bacteria because we're all afraid of germs. So then,
Yeah.
which poo bacteria is actually
Yeah.
bad bacteria. So,
Yeah.
so then the poo bacteria, we use bleach, and
Hi,
bleach
Diana.
then disrupts the thyroid, and then we get
Thank
dumb,
you.
fat, and sick
Yeah.
off our bleached, fluoridated water.
It's bleached.
Yeah. So in
So-
other countries they use chlorine bound to chlorine, which is dichloride, and then that doesn't interfere with your thyroid, but that costs a fraction more. So we're not going to do it as Americans. We'll just mess up people's thyroids and call it genetics.
And really, all it takes is for your city to create a system to process our water like Hutch does.
Hutch
Yeah.
does RO water.
Mm-hmm.
Hutch thinks they're so much better than us.
And we're all
Their
going to move there because
RO
we're going to be
water.
contaminated.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
So we'll talk about more crazy ass ideas, more weirdo stuff,
and maybe he'll invite me back.
and we might have Suzanne back.
I would love to.
Our wise woman.
Isn't that nice?
So, all right.
Oh, and be sure to visit wisewomenict.com. We have rescheduled our
So
workshops.
all of them are going to be in
That's going to be awesome.
2019.
2019.
And they have a whole different format. We're talking about the hero's journey for women. And, like, it's amazing the change that we're making. And I friggin' think it's awesome. So,
We love everybody that
I'm very-
attended the Newton programs, and it's just going to be a blast. So if you get a chance, go online and check it out. 'Cause
I'm very proud to be
we're
a part of it.
planning right now. So me
I'm
too.
very proud to be a guy in the wise women movement.
Well, and it's not just going to be there's going to be programs for the wise women, but we're also going to extend programs to other things too.
Can we have wise guys?
We're going to have wise
Guys, what you talking about, man?
Father, son, daughter, mother, daughter.
Can we have Jersey wise
Jersey
guy?
wise guy. Yeah.
I can't. I'm trying to do a fake accent. I can't even think about it.
Joyzy.
Joyzy.
There you go.
Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
Talking
Joyzy. I keep wanting to do
Joyzy.
Boston. Gotta go park the car in the
Yes,
yard.
Boston.
Got my car keys.
Yeah, upper England, New England area.
All right, you guys. It's been fun.
Cheers. Thank you.
Love you guys.
Mwah.
And thank you for being a part of this.
Thank you. Thanks for inviting me.
All right. Bye, you guys. See you next week. Don't touch that button.